Hello everyone, I hope you're having a good day. This is Jesse from Family Preparedness Center. Just sitting out enjoying this day and also working on my personal kit, the one for my family and I. And I wanted to show you, as I had said, I was going to make a few videos on how to use some things in your kit and also how to add to it and improve it. And I wanted to show you how to make some fire starters today. The cool thing about the kit is that there are ways to start fire. You have waterproof matches and things of that nature in here, but you always want to have, I guess you say, a backup. You want to be sustainable in the event that you have to be away from your home, or maybe you're at your home and suppose the heat goes out, you have a fireplace, you have somewhere to make fire, but you just don't have a sufficient way to start it. Now, this isn't maybe not the way everyone does it. There are more primitive ways people like doing. They like using magnesium fire starters like this, where it throws a good spark. And if you have some good tinder, something to get a spark to start a great fire, these are wonderful. They're great as a backup. People carry lighters. Now, I prefer this method. You always want to use your easiest method first, and once that goes out, then you want to have something good to back yourself up. Put you a couple of extra lighters in here, waterproof matches, and I want to do a segment later on how to protect your waterproof matches as well, because they are waterproof, but in the instance that they were to fall in the water, well, they are not going to be usable. So I'm going to show you how to do that next time. But like I said, make it easy on yourself. You don't have to feel intimidated by being prepared for survival or being prepared for emergency and disasters. It doesn't have to be hard. It can be as easy as possible. And I want to show you something that I carry in my kit and I try to keep here at home as well. Simple ingredients, you have them in your cabinet right now, I suppose. Three things: isopropyl alcohol. This is 70% is what I have here at the house. It is flammable. It is very good. Myself, for my kit, and I want everyone to be careful with making these because you're dealing with something that's flammable. So once you make these, before you light them and try to test them, please, 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 by all means, wash your hands first. Get that alcohol and the petroleum jelly off your hands. So like I said, three ingredients: isopropyl alcohol, regular rubbing alcohol, cotton ball, petroleum jelly, Vaseline, whatever you want to use. Now, here is what I do. Here's some that I already have made right here. Very, very simple. I have a flame resistant container because I will show you and test these out later. But what I do is I pour the alcohol in, and I will get better camera as I do these more and more, but I filmed this with my cell phone, which does a pretty good job. Pour your alcohol in, take your cotton ball, dip it in here, let it soak this up pretty good, roll it around a couple of times, and you want to allow this cotton ball to soak it up. If I'm making multiples, I will put a few in here at a time and just let them sit. But squeeze it out, not a hard squeeze, because you want to make sure it keeps a lot of the alcohol in here. But I want to get mine in kind of a small ball. I still want it to be damp. I'll even roll it around again, but these are big cotton balls, so they're pretty absorbent. Light squeeze. Get rid of the excess there. I'm going to wipe my hands off. I want to get this alcohol off of my hands because now I'm going to go in my petroleum jelly. Now I put a little bit in my cap here, and I want to coat this cotton ball in this petroleum jelly. Now, for the sake of demonstrations, I don't have both of my hands free, but I would usually rub all of this around with both of my fingers really good, as you want to get this coated. Now the purpose of this is to protect this cotton ball, make it somewhat water repellent, but this petroleum jelly is also flammable, hence petroleum jelly. And the thing about this is you can make a lot of cotton balls and use just the alcohol by itself. By itself, the alcohol in the cotton ball is going to be very flammable, which is a good thing. But the thing about coating it with the petroleum jelly is it gives you a hotter flame, a bigger flame, and it will last longer. And I'll show you as well. So I'm going to put this one over here. I'm going to wipe my hands off again because I don't want to burn myself. Because like I said, we're working with flammable material, so please be careful with this. So I'm going to take the one I just made. I'm going to put it in here. Sorry if the camera's a little blurry. And then I'm going to show you the difference in just a cotton ball soaked just like we did it. And this is going to be our control. Squeeze it just a little bit. I'm going to soak it again. I'm going to squeeze out just a little bit, shape it up about the same as our other one. I'm going to put that down in here. I'm going to wipe my hands up really good again. Now I'm going to get my lighter. I carry a couple of these in Ziploc bags in my kit because these things always come in handy. But like I said, you want to have a couple of backups because if this were to get crushed, water were to get in it, your fuel in there is going to be useless. So you want to have backups. You want to always have a way to get fire, to have heat, to have a way to cook food, boil water, whatever. So now we're going to light the one that we wrapped in petroleum jelly and the cotton ball. Get that started real good. And it's windy out here today, but this will catch fire pretty good. So now we have a pretty vigorous flame starting. Now we're going to light our one with just alcohol. Good flame, but these tend to burn out quicker. The thing about coating it with petroleum jelly is that it's going to give you a long burn flame. So it's going to start a little bit slower, but that flame is going to be a lot hotter. It's going to allow you to be able to get your flammable materials. Maybe you have sticks, pine straw, and things that you want to use to put on there to get that fire started. So it's going to give you a chance to get away, get back, and get that fire started. It's going to burn longer because that petroleum is using the petroleum jelly on the outside of it first. This one is going to use all the alcohol, burn that out, and that's it. I have timed this. I have actually lit one of these first and let it burn for about 5 minutes or so. I lit this one second, giving this a head start, and this one burned out a lot faster than this, probably about 3 or 4 minutes or so. So like I said, besides being a more stable flame, as you see, this one blows all about in the wind. This one, because it's using a stable fuel like the petroleum jelly, it's eating that up. It's going to burn hotter, and it's going to give you a long time flame. But do what you find best for you and your kit. You can make, like I said, this works just fine. Making the ones with the rubbing alcohol works great. But if you want something that burns a lot longer, a lot hotter, and is protected and gives you some water repellency, make you a few with the rubbing alcohol cotton ball, and then wrap it well with petroleum jelly. All right, this is Jay again. I hope this gives you a little bit of something to think about, something to use to prepare in your kit, and I hope it helps you and your family a lot. All right, we'll talk to you later.